Hello, Kristina Rose. How you doing, my lady? I hope you're having a good day. I'd like to invite you to join me at this nice special day. You may take a seat right by the ocean, and I wanted to make sure that we start our conversation fresh. So I got some fresh grapefruit with lemon. Okay. I got to kind of sweeten the deal a little bit. A woman like you probably wants to have the proper etiquette before we begin our civilized conversation. Wild, very wild. Since we're here, I'd like to introduce myself with it's a nice, easy, fresh, light blue Dolce& and Gabbana print. Okay, so Kristina Rose, my name is Turtle. I make YouTube videos for major celebrities like you. I chose to pick on you because you're a very beautiful woman, and I assume that you're living a nice, good lifestyle in a very nice, high place. And I'm not sure if you're retired or you're still making movie scenes, but the ones that I have seen you in, they were quite phenomenal. And I will admit that I like your wild side, you know. But a woman like you, between you and me, I wanted to kind of keep for myself. I couldn't share with other men. I'm just saying, like, when you're in your innocent form, being a good woman as you should be, loyal to one man, one husband, and until death does us part. You're a very attractive woman, Kristina Rose. I will admit it. And in action, you're kind of hard to let go, very hard to let go. And based on your performance and what you have contributed to the movie industry, you must have taken a lot of money from those poor sinners of yours. You know, those little unfortunate poor souls. You know, but just so that you know, we're on the same page. I'm a good sport. I'm not gonna make you look bad or make you feel uncomfortable. Okay, I came to you the right way, Kristina Rose. And in case you don't know this, but when I make celebrity videos for women like you, I like to make them unique and special, and I try to do it on the spur of the moment. As you can see, I kind of just, get a little background of you and just work my magic. Uh, I try to make every woman feel special in her own video. So this is between you and me. So right now, I have a good image of you the last or the best I remember you. For me, you have that unique, special beauty that I like personally, and I'm gonna try to do the best I can to match the occasion. So Christina, this is something I would make for you. You can. I love this color, by the way, on a woman. This is very sexy, and a woman like you could make better use of it. Put that around your neck, and then also a bracelet as well. You can put that around your wrist, and we can kind of take in this nice special date together. You know, I'm pretty sure you know it's my French coffee on the side, but I'm gonna wait until later on in our conversation to enjoy it. In the meantime, Christina, letting the magic set in, I get an opportunity to meet my dream woman. It's like we can kind of play these games together, right? You're on your side of the camera, I'm on my side, and it's like one of those things that you wish you can touch, but you can't have. You know, I'm not sure if you like the you know the cool little accessories I put on in the video for you, but I did that to kind of show you how I feel about you. You make me feel in a certain way, and I'm not talking about a gay way or in the rainbow way, if that's what you're thinking. No, 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 no. This is actually because I'm half French, so I kind of like to, when I deal with women on my level, I kind of let them know that I'm being myself. I'm more free. I'm not as formal. Other videos, I do dress up. I do put like dress clothes on, but I'm more reserved and I'm more like, I guess, stricter. In this video, I feel more free. I can kind of be a little bit more, at ease with myself and be a little more playful. Now, keep in mind, I'll make the video in the best dignified and respectful way possible. So you don't have to worry about me offending you or making you feel uncomfortable. I have every right intention of making your day. And I'm not claiming to be a comedian because I don't think I'm really that funny. Me personally, I don't think so, and I don't care, and I don't try to be something I'm not. But I try to just enjoy this magical moment together and just let it take it in for what it is. And best believe that this is the first video I made for the day. So you kind of helping me freshen the air a little bit. And I bet you in person you smell amazing. No, like I love your playful attitude. It's very it's a turn on. It's a turn on, Kristina. So, ma'am, I'm not sure exactly what you have planned for the day. Around bedtime, it's okay to kind of hold a teddy bear. For me, you know, I don't want cooties and I don't want any kind of, bad contact with the wrong women. So I gotta tend to be selective on the kind of women that I play with. Kristina? You know, I love women like you because I don't have to worry about a husband. I don't have to worry about like, because for me, like, I don't mean to be a cock blocker, but there's some celebrities I can't make videos for because I don't want to ruin their personal life or their relationship with their husband. And I do understand there's some women that like to feel special, but I'm also very respectful at the same time. Me personally, I would never want a man to touch my wife, so I always give the same respect back to other men. And some of them do have very beautiful wives, and just to name a few, like Gwen Stefani, Jessica Alba, very beautiful women. And I made a video for Jessica Alba, but I made it in the context of admiring fan. Nothing too personal. I did admit she was a perfect 10. For me, that's my ideal of a perfect woman. Like her beauty and her nature reflect go hand in hand together. It's perfect. It's not just the beauty, but it's also her nature that matches the 10. If that makes any kind of sense. And in your case, Kristina Rose, I can appreciate you because you aspire to be yourself. Like you have your own unique beauty and your own style of the way you do things. And for me, I know a good one when I see one. It's like that nature of yours. It's very attractive. And I just want you to know that whatever you did, you brought it out of you, and it looks good on camera. And in person, I can only assume that I guess most of it actually reflects how you are in person. I would hope so because on camera, I understand we have to kind of make ourselves look good. But me, I try to be as honest and as respectful as possible, even if it may not look that great on camera. But as you can see in person, it tends to be a little bit more playful and magical. Just because of it depends on the company that I'm with. It brings it out of me. If that makes any sense, Kristina Rose. Kristina. I don't know if I can picture you with blonde hair. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not really sure. But the way you had your hair in the movies that I remember you in, it was very, very attractive. Okay, and if you had pink on like this, it just helps brings it out more. I'm just saying, if you're trying to squeeze every last dollar from your poor victims, because you did a very good job at it, and not to make you feel too special, but I looked at you more of a one of those things that I want to possess and marry and keep it and don't let go. Kind of, I'm talking about when I was able to look past your bad business and look at the woman that's responsible for these movie scenes. Because Kristina, you're good at what you do. I'll give you that. Okay. I'm not sure how many acting classes you've taken or how many movies or experience that you have behind closed doors. But what I've seen, it was pretty good. It was enough for me to raise my like in the class to fall for your little cheap tricks, your little illusion magic. Yeah, yeah. I hope that kind of brightened your day a little bit. I suppose now is about that time I get the coffee. Christina, I'm just waking up for the day. Don't mind me. That's why I had to bring you to a place like this, because when we have the ocean breeze in the background, we can just, you know, get the main ingredients that our body essentially needs and to help engage in a better conversation. It makes it more playful. And, if you ever get, too hot, we can always hop in the water together and just help embrace this lovely feeling of one another, man to woman. You know, I don't mean to get you involved in the politics, but I enjoy a good woman when I see one. I really mean that, Kristina Rose. Okay. Oh, Christina, you're such the motivator. Oh, by the way, I can still smell the Dolce and Gabbana light blue. Thanks to you. That's actually very fresh, Christina. Very, very fresh. Very fresh. Well, Christina, I don't mean to be that selfish, but you can go ahead and talk. It's okay. I like to hear your beautiful voice. You have that kind of voice, actually. Like, I really like that voice, Christina Rose. And personal, that's something I want to keep between you and me. I don't think I could let a woman like you go. Like, if I found you in your innocent state, Christina, if you would have went down the right path and not done the dirty business, I think that I would have had you as a wife. I'll be honest with you. Just because I see your personality, and for me, that's such a turn on, and I understand the places where I live at and that I've been to. I don't have women like you that's in my kind of lifestyle, but if you were in my lifestyle, I would appreciate a woman like you, and I, you know, wouldn't want to let you go. And I'm pretty sure you hear a lot of players and a lot of people trying to steal your heart. But I can assure you, I'm nothing like the men that you're used to. I can assure you that. Um, I take him kind of seriously. I am allowed to kind of play around a little bit. I could do a little videos like this, but I can't do the bad stuff if you read between the lines. I try to make you feel special, but you have to understand it's in a protected way. Okay, it's like I can play with you a little bit. It's the same way you done to other men. I can do similar. So whatever you done, don't get mad if it gets thrown right back at you in your face, and you're just like, oh, I wish I could just touch it. I just want it so bad. Like, what did you do to me? Like, it's so addicting. Come back. Well, Christina, you have to understand that you're probably meeting your counterpart. So I'm not claiming to be as talented as you, because I will admit, for a woman, your performance was like it was very addicting. I gotta give you that. Okay. I do say genuine compliments to other major celebrities that I've spoken to, but yours, Christina, it's your own signature move. Okay. I can kind of talk to you on my level in regards to that because I have my own signature moves. I try not to reveal too much because if I did, best believe I would have other men stealing my signature moves and be using them on other women. But see, this is what they don't understand. The techniques that I develop for my personal being, it it comes at a heavy price that I'm glad that I did, because in order to get those kind of special techniques, you have to kind of meditate deep inside your soul and inside your heart. You have to really purify yourself from your sins and your bad habits. You have to really dig deep, and you got to keep doing it. You got to eat healthy. You got to really do things that's pleasing in his sight, because if you get blessed by him, it's something that people can't take from you. Okay, and I cherish that, and I can't let people know all my little techniques and secrets. And if I did, Christina, it would kind of spoil the date a little bit. You'd be like, wow, I know the source of your power, but can we just like keep this between me and you? Can we just, like I won't tell nobody. It's okay. No, Christina, no. I can't tell you everything. I can put on a good show for you, but I can't tell you the little secrets. I do have do a little preparation, but the good ones, not the child sacrifices and all that bad stuff that they do in Hollywood. The good kind. And if I have to go there, if you really need to know a little hint, you can kind of read the Old Testament of the Holy Bible and figure it out for yourself. Because what people don't understand is when you take him very seriously, there's special ways and of doing stuff. Okay, even names are different, you know. And when you say the right names and do the right things, you get his direct attention, and you can develop a direct line to him. And I can assure you, he's 100% real. And if you need a little bit physical evidence for your non-believing eyes, you just gotta look at the back of our American currency. In God we trust, and the pledge of allegiance to the national flag behind me is in God we trust. There's a lot of physical evidence, Kristina Rose, and if that's not good enough for you, you could purify yourself. You could come clean from your sins, and when you meditate and hear his voice, and when you're pleasing in his sight, you will have a direct relationship with him. And I can assure you, it's going to blow your mind away, because you're going to realize that he don't just talk in the Holy Bible. He actually does have a voice. It's very loud and clear. There's no confusion, and that's when you're playing with real fire. Real fire like that is just, you're not allowed to make mistakes. See, that's a heavy price to pay. The closer you get to him, there's more that's required of you. For every greater power is a greater responsibility. And I have to tell you this, Kristina Rose, because in your line of work, you done some, how do you say this in a good way? You done some illegal moves, but I can be a good sport. I can give you credit when it's due, Christina. But I hope you do understand that we do have to play by the rules. And even from a woman like you, have to admit that, yes, I can't expect everyone to be like me. I can't expect little girls to do the things that I've done. I'm treating you as an adult, Christina Rose, okay? But you do understand that these some underage girls that want to make easy money, and that's just not right. We do have to be responsible adults and parents sooner or later. And I hope even a woman like you can admit that. Like, yeah, what you done, I'd rather keep it between me and you, because like I do kind of find that thing, I mean, like a tease, and for my own kind of personal taste. But I'm not here to judge you on your past. I'm just here to kindly remind you that when you make things right by him, you don't have to worry about your past, and you don't have to let that eat you up for the rest of your life. That's all I'm trying to tell you. I'm treating you as like the way I want to be treated, because I confessed to you that I had things in my life that I had to fix. I had to come clean. And I feel so much better because once you get on his good side, you know that there's everlasting life, that there is life after death. And I can assure you that. And your spirit, your soul, it's very valuable. You don't understand this. When you know you have something good, you don't need to sleep with a lot of people. You don't have to give yourself to so many, poor, unfortunate souls that, they sold their soul. So they have to suck the life out of people, out of kids, out of whatever to keep them alive, because they know that, they're gonna die. They know that they're gonna die in the flesh, and there's a price to pay for that. When you don't have no soul inside you, when you don't have the love of God inside you, guess what? You gotta suffer for your sins, and it's not pretty. Some people, the burden is so heavy that they just refuse to go to heaven. They stay at the place of their haunting, of their choosing, and they just stay there for all eternity in a haunted mansion or a haunted place. I don't want you to be left behind, Christina Rose. I do hope that their life is very, very beautiful in the eyes of God, and Once you're pleasing in His sight, you find satisfaction for your soul in your personal life, and you can enjoy the things that you do. You always seek out your Heavenly Father in heaven first, then everything else gets added onto it. If that makes any sense, because I understand for a woman like you, in your heart, you try to do your own signature moves. You try to be the best that you can be. But I can assure you there's a level that's beyond that, completely beyond that. I'm talking about when you're completely satisfied at all times. Imagine that you're always full, you're, like your thirst is always satisfied. Imagine that you're just completely at peace at all times. When you go to sleep, you don't have to worry about no nightmares. You're always completely at peace, and you feel loved inside yourself. Like you feel His love for you, and you're just completely happy inside out. It's kind of hard to believe this, Kristina Rose. I get it, but you can tell when He's in your life. I can tell you, I can assure you. And if you need a quick history lesson, you can always go down to the Promised Land yourself, and you'll notice in the land of Israel, Yeshua of Jerusalem, that it's quite different over there. You can actually feel His presence over there, and it's a high frequency, very high, so high that it just makes your ears want to pop and get right down to business. Dude, when you're ready to take Him seriously, things do change in your life dramatically. I can assure you. And I don't need to lie to you and put on a fancy show to kind of win your soul, Kristina Rose. You're a grown woman. I don't need to force you like your horse to go drink the water. But I will tell you though that when you really care about somebody, sometimes it's a man's more responsibility to do what's right for his woman. There's some women, let's be honest, they're gonna do what they do no matter what. They don't want to take accountability for their actions. They want to be their boss, their own boss, and all this. Can we be honest now? The son of the God of Israel. Okay, there's a reason why we have to go through the Son before the Father. If you're gonna go be old fashioned and do things a hard way, I encourage you to read the Old Testament, because your eyes is gonna probably blow out of their own sockets. You're gonna be really scared when you find out that when He was here, His footstool in Jerusalem, there was actual rituals, actual ways to let you know that He's around, and when He's around, there's no games. He destroyed every false god. He even sent Babylon to take over Jerusalem because they're doing child sacrifice. When He's involved, it's not a joke. Sinners, the ones that mock God and all this stuff, the Father in heaven, he doesn't play around, and people, they know better. So even if you go to the land of Israel, they still have their battles, they still have their disagreements and all that. But the most important thing you need to know is that that's real. It's not a joke. It's not a game. Once you read the scriptures, you can go to the Promised Land yourself. And there's a reason why He chose the land of Israel as His footstool from heaven. It's like heaven. If He's going to come on earth, His footstool is in Israel, then He could navigate through the world wherever He chooses to be. And usually it's easier when you're kind of by an ancient landmark. It just makes the frequency like that much higher. If you're a wise man, when you meditate and pray to Him, you focus on the land of Israel, like Solomon's temple. You find the ancient landmarks, so when you pray to Him, that your prayer can be heard. And then the secret of getting your prayer heard and answered is to be free from your sin and to have a pure heart. Once you're able to meet just the bare minimum, trust me, you will get an immediate response. I'm telling you this, Kristina, because some people, they have it twisted. They want to bless themselves. They want to justify their own sins, and they don't understand there's actually right ways of doing things. Okay, like I don't need to go there with you, but when you do a real good deed for God, you do it in secret, not for everyone to see you. You got some of these YouTubers, content creators, they make videos to make it seem like they're such good people on camera, but they're stealing likes and subscribers and money from doing a good deed to help people out. And most of that money that they get is not for the homeless. They may give them a free cheeseburger or two, but most of that money that you see that they give them, they take all that. They just make it on camera. They pay them a little bit of money to make themselves look good on camera. Okay? And I know, because if you do it in God's way, you don't do it like that. God's way is not to do it on camera. You do it in secret, because for your Heavenly Father in heaven will bless you in secret as well. So I'm just trying to tell you, Kristina Rose, there's right ways of doing stuff. Okay. And I hope that we're enjoying this little free time with one another. You know, before we continue, please enjoy your beverage with me. I really hope you're having a good day. I don't want you to feel too special, Christina Rose, because I admire your beauty. Okay, I'm not going to shy away from that. But I also have a more responsibility to do myself. And Christina Rose, you know how happy I would be if I found out that you came clean, you was able to bury your past behind you, you can live the life that God really wants you to live and do things right by Him. And you know what? I'm just saying, I would be happy if I received your blessing, so that way one day I might meet a woman of your similar qualities, and the woman that I meet, it would be amazing for me. I would be completely satisfied inside out, if you know what I mean. And I guess it's taking the absolute value of anything negative and turning it to positive. So I'm not going to hate you for what you've done in your past, Christina, because outside all that filthiness, I see a good woman in that mud hole. Okay, and I apologize to you if you experienced the wrong kinds of men. You probably had a lot of men that took advantage of you. They got what they wanted, and they treated you like a piece of garbage, just threw you away, a disposable commodity. Christina, if you would have been in my life, I have no need to do that to you, to be honest with you. If I had a good woman like you that, that didn't go down that path and just had your kind of personality, that act like you, dress like you, want to be like you, I probably would have married that kind of woman. Probably. I probably would have. I admit in my life, I haven't always made the best choices and financial decisions in my life. But I suppose if I would have had the right woman, it kind of would have helped out a little bit. Because I do have to be held accountable for my actions. I'm man up to admit this to you. There's still stuff that in my personal life that I'm working on. I'm not completely perfect, but the most important thing is I strive to keep pushing my limits to be a better man than what I am now. Okay, and I hope you could kind of at least give me a little bit of gratitude, because I wanted to make yours a little special. I always try to make these women feel very special in the videos that I make for them. Okay, I don't want them to kind of think that one is better than the other. And personally, if I felt like I was lacking or insufficient, I will redo a video, but I don't really do that often. It's very rare that when I have to redo a video, it's either because the YouTube, they censor my videos because they always do these copyrights. So I gotta find music now, and it's just instrumentals. They make a big thing over nothing. It's not like I'm singing a song, and I find it very disrespectful that there's a lot of pranksters and disrespectful kids that do a lot of legal stuff, and they're perfectly okay with their videos, but they want to pick on. This is so weird. They pick on a man that I don't even do anything bad. I make videos for major celebrities like you. I try to make it everything in the video as natural and as real as possible, and that they want to pick on me. I don't get it, Kristina Rose. It makes you truly question reality sometimes with these people at the YouTube LLC, because they're okay with a lot of ungrateful kids and get them all this money that they don't deserve. But when somebody actually does things the right way, they want to pick on that man. And I don't even get paid for any of this, Kristina Rose. I haven't received a penny for any of the videos that I made. And I'm saying honest God truth, I haven't. But I don't take it personal. I meant this from the bottom of my heart. This video was for you. By the time you receive it, you can feel good knowing that, you made me feel better about myself. Because I appreciate your beauty, your time, and everything that you see is between you and me. If your fans or your family wants to look at the video before you, I can't really hold them back, because me personally, I would have wrote to you, to your mailing address, or personally sent you the video, but I don't have a way of contacting you. So that's the reason why I have to use YouTube like this for the videos that I make. because I'm hoping that one of your fans would at least tell you about the video and they'll tell you to check it out, that you know that I made it for you. You know, it's not like I'm getting paid for it, Kristina. This, you know, not everything's about money, believe it or not. Not everything, you know. Although I look pretty good, but no. You can keep your money. You can keep your donation to yourself, Kristina Rose. You know, I better not find out that you somehow found my mailing address and you sent me something nice in the mail, and I will tell you kindly not to do that because I don't get my mail. Okay, me personally, I don't get my mail. I don't know who is responsible for that, but there's somebody out there collecting my mail, and I don't know where my mail is going to. So I'd rather do things in person so I can receive things directly. You know, and me personally, I don't need to be around a lot of people. I don't need to press other people around me. I'm not one of those people that just stealing your cloud or just everything got to be on camera. I'm not one of those people, Kristina. I just did this video for you so you can see that there's people out there that do appreciate you, and you do have the right to know about it. You know, like I'm saying, there's some kind of constitutional amendment rights of yours, which you don't know. You know, and you want to know my personal favorite is the Fourth Amendment, the right to privacy, and I take the right to privacy very seriously. And please, I am a nerd in some ways. I do know it word by word because that is my favorite amendment. And if you really need to know, because I said it so many times in other videos, I'll tell you in person. If you don't believe me, I can tell you. Because that Fourth Amendment has saved me quite a lot in my entire life. Okay. That about wraps it up, Kristina Rose. I kind of like the challenge of not knowing how I'm going to come up with these moments of the spur of the moment. But with yours, I think we did a good job. Okay. It would have helped me out more if I would have seen you in person because, I mean, it's like, how do you expect me not to touch you, Kristina Rose? I'm sorry, but, like, you just have that, you know, I mean, that I like. I'm sorry, but I have to touch you in so many different ways, and, you know, I'll let you go. I touch, and I'll let, you know what I mean? Like, it just, the resistance. I can't even say it, Kristina Rose. You see how you're, at the end, you kind of brought the best of me out of nowhere, but, to resist, you know, your kind of candy, I would have resisted your charming touch, Kristina Rose. And you can call me out on that, and I'll just tell you, Kristina Rose, you know what I mean? Like, I love the way you feel, but I can't accept your generosity at this given time. Okay, you might tell me like, well, Mike, you deserve at least something. I mean, the minimum wage in California is what, 16.05 an hour. I know I didn't do a full hour, but in your video, I wanted to be brief to the point, come to you directly, and hopefully I made you at least laugh one time in the video. And if I didn't, I would have to come up with something dramatic, you know, just you wasn't expecting, squeeze it out of nowhere, you know. I don't know, Kristina. You can be quite difficult. Okay. I don't need to put you in timeout. You have the ability to be free. You free animal, you know. Go with the wind. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, Kristina Rose, I think that's about it. And if you wanna, in closing, if you wanna say anything now or meditate with a pure heart, please do so, because if you do it the right way, I will receive your message in truth and in spirit. I told you the key ingredients, Kristina Rose. I'm teaching you the secrets. Okay, you gotta listen to me, Kristina. Because if I got the best of you, if I got under your skin, you're gonna feel kind of bad. You're like, well, Mike, I just want to give you something, you know, like a donation, or, you know, like a coupon discount or whatever. Mike, like, why you did, like, you made me feel good. I gotta at least return it, you know, something back to you. And I'm gonna tell you, Kristina Rose, I want to hold that guilt inside you. I want you to I'm gonna use that against you, and I just want you to make things right by him. If you do, then you already gave me back my reward. If you're living in truth and freeing yourself from your sins, you can meditate and pray, and I will receive your message, and I'll be able to know personally myself. You don't have to physically write to me in a mailing address, because in the spirit, your message is actually more clear and it's more righteous. if that makes any sense between the lines, Kristina Rose. And I'll feel good too. It can't be a permanent thing. It can't be one of the things like, but I wish you were my neighbor. I want to talk to you all the time. Kristina Rose, it's one of those things that I like to mess with your mind because you've done this to a lot of men out there and you had it coming. I know karma sometimes has a funny way of getting even. In your case, I don't really see you as a bad woman, Kristina Rose. I really don't. I just think that your heart could have been used in other places and with the right man, and you would have lived a happier and more satisfying life. You know, you can keep if you want to keep doing what you're doing. By all means, go ahead, Kristina Rose. Go ahead. But I just don't want you to have the bad ending. I don't want you to, you know, you probably get what you wanted. You know how they say, be careful what you wish for, you may get it. You might get what you wanted, Christina, but that's the thing. That's not in your best interest. You probably don't want that. You probably want the happy ending, right? And the only one that can give a happy ending is one that knows you the best. You know, that's the master of life, that understands every aspect of life. Okay, I know it's kind of hard to believe, but I'm 100% real. I'm telling you, Christina Rose, don't doubt him just because he ignores sinners, and that's why a lot of people have things all twisted. He does that for a very good reason. If he held everybody accountable for their sins and every wrong decision they made in their lives, there'd be a lot of people not here right now, and that's saying it in a nice way. If you read the Old Testament, he does not play around, Christina Rose. He does not love sin whatsoever. Anyways, Christina Rose, you can take this on the way out, my lady. And if you were in my company in person, I would have gave this to you. And you should feel special because I haven't done that for, the other women in the videos I made for them. And I tend to get better at it. And I guess you're kind of meeting me at my prime. Okay, but I can't take all the credit because you are a phenomenal woman yourself. I'm not that selfish, Christina Rose. When I'm in the company of a good woman, I'm going to give her the love and respect back. Even if she doesn't want it. Because I know some women that have dealt with in the past that are oversensitive and overdramatic. And they don't understand, Christina, that, like a good man is hard to come by. It's the same thing with the woman now. When you do see him, it's kind of hard to believe. Just like, where have you been all my life? I don't understand. Well, here's part of it, Christina Rose. Part of it is you have a moral obligation as well to make the right decisions in your life. When you make the wrong decisions in your life, you shut the doors with the good men that could have been in your life. Okay? It's the same thing with me now. The same thing that I have to make the right decisions as well. And if I don't, I can't get mad at him. I can't blame my problems on him. I'm the master of my own vessel, and if I make the wrong decisions, I can't blame him for that. He does offer to help. He helps steer me in the right direction, and it's not always easy. I will kindly admit that. But when you have him inside your mind, body, and soul, you do live a better life. You live the best possible life, and it doesn't perish. It's everlasting life in the name of his only begotten Son. You used to say Jesus Christ or the land of Israel, Yeshua. You get what I'm saying, Christina Rose? Anyways, that's about it, Christina Rose. I really hope you have a good rest of your day, and God bless you. Bye.